So, in this episode, we're going to be going over the Fight Night from Hill versus Rountree Jr., and we're going to be going over Game 1 of the Men's College World Series. So, for Hill versus Rountree, man, I only got to saw the last two fights of that. I was busy all day, but man, what a fight those two fights were. They were phenomenal. All right, so in the first fight, we had Abdullah Wahab versus Usman, and Usman won. I believe I predicted that right. In the second fight, Ulaanbaatar versus Maxum. Ulaanbaatar won that one. I believe I predicted that right as well. 2-0. Let's go. All right, in the third fight, we had Alexieva versus Segula. I lost on that one, so I am 2-1. Segula won. I think I predicted Alexieva. In the next fight, we had Zelezniakova versus Mullins. I picked Zelezniakova, 3-1. Let's go. In the next fight, we had Nardiev versus Park. I picked Park. Nice. All right. So we're 4-1. Is it 4-1? 1, 2. Yeah, 4-1. Let's go. In the next fight, we had Cole versus Elliott. I picked Elliott. I lost that one. Let me back up. Let me tell you how they won. So, Usman won by unanimous decision. Ulaanbaatar, same thing. Segula, same thing. Zelezniakova, same thing. Park, same thing. And Ko won, same thing. All UDs. Lots of UDs. Wow. All right, so in the next fight, starting on the main card, we had Naimov versus Grad. I had Naimov winning, and he won via unanimous decision. Good lord, how many are there? All right, so that puts me at 6-1. All right, then Sadikov versus Mata. I think I picked Sadikov, and he won by KO, TKO. All right, so that's 7-1. Musayev versus Oralbai. I don't remember who I picked for that one, but Oralbai won by submission. Curtis Blades versus Kuniev. Blades won by split decision. Let's go 8-1. Iziev versus Bahamondes. That was a good fight. Bahamondes did a good job trying to, keep the distance. And Fiziev just did a good job, getting in and out and, hitting those couple combos when he was inside, and then towards the end of the fight taking him down in the last 2 rounds. That was a really good fight. Fiziev won unanimous decision, and then Hill versus Rountree. Man, Hill got his legs tore up. That lead leg of his was tore up, I think, by the second round. And he toughed it out. All credit to him, man. Man, Rountree just, them low kicks are something else, man. And Rountree got a couple knockdowns too, if I'm not mistaken. That was a really good fight. I was excited to watch that. I did think it was going to go to a decision. I really thought someone's lights were going out. But Rountree won by unanimous decision. And that is for Fight Night versus Hill. I think the next fight's coming up is going to be UFC 317 Topuria versus Oliveira. We'll go over the card right now, and we'll see what we got going on. So, in the early prelims, we've got Jonathan Deniz versus Justin Tafa. Starting the prelims, we've got Vivian Araujo, I'm sorry if I pronounced names wrong, versus Tracy Cortez. Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez. And then on the main card, we've got Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Benil Darush versus Hinata Moicano. Not a bad matchup. Brandon Orval versus Joshua Van. Okay. Alexandre Petoja versus Kai Kara France. And then Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. That's cool. All right, you know what? Let's just get into predictions right now. All right, so for the early prelim fight between Deniz and Tafa, I'm going with Tafa. For Araujo versus Cortez, Hermanson versus Rodriguez, Hermanson. All right, Talbot versus Lima. Talbot's pretty exciting to watch. Lima, I haven't really watched too much on him, but it's like Talbot. The next one, Benil Dairouche versus Renato Moicano. That's going to be an interesting fight. I don't know. I think Money Moicano upsets him. I'd like to see Dairouche win, though. Royval versus Van. Royval. I think Van's going to put up a good fight, but I think Royval's going to win in the end. All right, next in the flyweight title bout, we've got Pantoja versus Cara France. That's a tough one, y'all. I think I'm going to go with Cara France here. But I think Pantoja is that's going to be a good fight to watch. And then the next one, Topuria versus Oliveira. Oliveira. I love Topuria. His technique is sound. He's proven himself. Attitude can come off a little cocky, but I really think when he gets into the I think when he's gonna realize it's a lot those 10 pounds are a lot different than he thinks. I don't know. I don't think he will prosper as good as he has in the flyweight division. Because, I mean, you got to think of all the people that are in the lightweight division. You've got Justin Gaethje, I mean, Fiziev, you've got, Makachev, Oliveira, I mean, you've got Chandler. I mean, just those names alone. Like, that's honestly, I would really love to see Topuria fight Fiziev. I think that's the fight to make. The Oliveira one, it's going to be a good fight. I think Oliveira is going to come out on top. I think Topuria is going to try to prove himself and he'll gain the respect, but I just don't think he's ready for the lightweight division. Not at least against Oliveira. I think a better matchup would have been putting him against Fiziev first, but obviously Fiziev had just fought, this weekend in Azerbaijan. So, I mean, can't really, go back to back weeks. I mean, you could, but it probably wouldn't be the best idea. All right. Now, moving on to the NCAA Men's College World Series. Louisiana State University, also known as LSU, versus Coastal Carolina University. Y'all, I watched that game, and it was a really good game. It was just a pitch and duel. I mean, that Anderson kid from LSU just completed a complete game. That's hard to do in baseball, especially nowadays with the pitch clock or pitch clock. Well, yeah, pitch clock, pitch count, all those factors. It's really hard to do. And the fact that his coaches trusted him to finish that game, especially with him almost getting it put into a pretty tough spot there in the ninth inning to have the game tied up for the coaches to, trust trust their player to finish the game. That says a lot. I mean, that kid's going to be a star one day in the major leagues. He's going to do well. And nothing to take away from Fluky from Coastal Carolina. That dude put on a clinic. I mean, even though, Coastal Carolina lost one to miss their first loss since mid-April. Like they were on a 26-game winning streak. I mean, dude, my hat's off to you. He put on a clinic. I mean, his velo and or velocity, on his fastball just did not taper any. It just stayed consistent. It just didn't fall off throughout the entirety of him pitching in that game. And I think he pitched 6 or 7 innings. I want to say he pitched 6 innings and the reliever pitched the last 3. I want to say that's what happened. I can't remember. But man, I love a pitch and duel. I love seeing games like that. 1-0. It's just, that is baseball. Baseball is not 13-2, 10-2. Baseball is 3-2, 2-1, 1-0. Baseball is all about the small scores, and it all starts with the pitcher. Can the pitcher hit their spots? Can the pitcher make the hitters guess and, miss? Baseball is one of the most, I still think baseball to this day is the hardest sport in the aspect of not physical conditioning, obviously, but in the sense of you are hitting a small round ball with a round bat. And that ball is depending on the type of throw, whether it's a curveball, a slider, a slurve, a knuckleball, good luck. Depending on the fastball. And you're trying to hit that pitch and, there's 9 players on the field. And you're trying to either hit it in a gap, not right at somebody. And then on top of that, you're trying to hit it at the right angle to where it doesn't, go on the ground and straight to somebody and straight, pop up and as a routine fly ball. You're trying to get a good angle trajectory on it, good velocity off the bat. That is one of the most, if not the most difficult things to do in sports. And with that, I think baseball is the toughest sport in that aspect. Let me know who you think is going to win the next UFC fight, Topuria versus Oliveira. Let me know what your predictions are for that. And then let me know, do you think LSU is going to win the next game and win the national championship? Or do you think Coastal has it in them to win 2 games in a row to win the national championship for the Men's College World Series? Do you think 13th ranked Coastal Carolina can pull the upset off against 6th ranked LSU? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Ferrell out.